For those of you looking for awards, incentive pieces, you know there's 3 ingredients I always talk about. We need the logo. We need an image of something. It might be an object, it might be a building, it might be a vehicle or an aircraft, any sort of an item, a semiconductor, whatever is relevant to your client. Okay, so we need a logo, we need an image of something, and then of course we need some inscription to give it context.
It's just so incredible. Gotta have it. Kill it.
In this particular case here, we have 2 out of 3 showing. The third one is the logo, and I'm going to actually reveal that right now by double clicking there. And here we've actually got, well, it's not really a logo, but it gives the title to the project. And we've gotten a little creative with it. This one here has an image of a bulb. You know why? Because this is the Innovation Award. It's all about that aha moment where they had some sort of a unique idea, whether it's invention or innovation, just something new, something intriguing, something unique, and represented by a bulb. So client provides what they wanted as the logo or title, the words innovation. We curved it around the bulb. The image of a bulb, in fact, in this case, they wanted us to Google that and just grab something off of Google. It's so simple, just a flat image, and then we'll work some magic to make it 3D. And of course, the inscription on the bottom. In this case, it's the name of their company and the reason why. It's for outstanding annual sales on some sort of an innovative product. So what we do here is we do our positioning. Now, you'll ask, why is this black rectangle covering the bulb? Well, look. This black rectangle, let me move it so you can see it a little more obviously. This black rectangle is actually represented as a transparency, okay? So it does not cast any points. In the 3D world, black means no points. So you don't really need to worry about it when it's black. It's not going to show in final format when we cast points. So let's just put this back on top of the bulb. So we've got our logo, our title, we've got our context, which is the inscription, and then of course the item, the image of whatever it is that's the focal point for this particular project. In this case here, what we've done is we've modeled this to 3D. You know, you just send any flat image to cockpit3d.com. Over 200 artists working to model images to 3D for you if you're a laser operator. And when you get it, you can actually control the depth of how deep you really want it. Let me just click on the right layer here. Right? Now, I want to point out a few things. Okay, first is that we have made it so that you have this mesh along the exterior, creating geometry for the bulb. But the reason we didn't leave it a pure white as a traditional bulb would be, right? A white bulb, is because we wanted for you to be able to see, or for the person that's receiving this award to be able to see the filament within the bulb, because it just adds more of a wow factor. It's all about the creativity in terms of how we're going to create the final piece, right? So in this case here, we've got a bulb. We've created this mesh just to give it the contours of the bulb, the exterior perimeter, but then we've left it transparent so that you can actually see the filament on the inside. Now, I want to point out the difference between portrait and projection. So let's go to Edit Geometry, and let's start with portrait, which is what you normally do, okay? If you're a Cockpit 3D user, you'll know that you use portrait in order to fill in gaps. The problem here is that we've got a lot of gaps between the wire mesh, and we've got gaps between the mesh and the filament. So if the software attempts to fill it up, what's going to happen? It's going to bring it all together like that, and you lose a lot of the cool 3D effect, and it also kind of looks a little warped. Okay, in this particular case, this model is not good for portrait. So instead, what we're going to do, and this is the power of Cockpit 3D, is simply change it over to projection. It will not try to fill in any space. And let me click on Go. And that's what it looks like. You can now actually see the shape of the bulb, the beautiful 3D filament within. And this here, when sent to the laser and striked into crystal, is what it looks like. Isn't that beautiful? So, if you love what you're seeing, if you love watching a little bit of the behind the scenes and how we do what we do, click on the thumbs up, subscribe, like, share, turn notifications on so you'll know every time we release a new video or decide to go live. Thank you for watching.